So I already got this side done, but I think there's an easier way to do it. So on this side, I took out my aftermarket taillight. You just have to take out these 4 bolts. On this side, this is less than a 3/8. I think it is a 5/16 size. Just take them out. It makes getting this out so much easier, which it normally is right here, and it's really annoying to deal with. But once you get it out, then you have a lot more leeway and a lot more space to detangle this and get into the wires that you need, because trust me, it is difficult. I tried doing it over here, and it is just a huge mess using T-taps, and you need as much space as you can get. This is what I got from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, whatever you can get. Number 85468 T-taps. You need at least 6 of these, so I ended up getting 2. I had to go back to the store and getting some extra ones. So I'm going to show you how to wire this up right now. Okay, you want to start by unraveling the brake light. And you know it's the brake light because it's plugged into this one right here, the top one. It's situated like this, so you'll know. It's the one with the green wire as well. So you can see in there the black wire, the green wire, and the red wire. What you want to do is connect black to black, white to red, and red to green when you connect it to the new wires. You don't need to connect the yellow one. That's for the turn signal. At least I don't. You might have to on the stock brake lights. I don't remember. I didn't keep mine. So let's get this unraveled here. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this razor and I'm going to make a small incision right here on the black wire starting first, just because I want to. And the reason why I'm just making that small incision is because I'm going to put the T-tap right there. I'm going to put the teeth of the T-tap. And I'm only making it easier for the T-tap to tap into the wire. So I'm exposing the copper wires underneath the sheath, underneath the protective rubber or whatever this is. Right there. You can barely see it, but that's enough. Alright, I'm going to take my first T-tap and I'm going to stick it on there. And I'm going to orient it towards the trunk, so facing this way. So this part right here is facing inwards, and you'll see why later. So there's my incision. I'm putting the teeth into the incision, and I'm going to clasp it so that's nice and tight. Dang, this wire's thick. This is why you need to make the incision. It's because the T-tap can't do it on its own. You really have to make it easy for it. I'm gonna get some pliers to close this. Okay, it closed sort of, but now with the pliers it'll really close. There you go, you see that? Okay. Now you're gonna take the sheath, the new sheath, and you're going to put the new black wire into here. I would strip it a little bit more so that more wire is exposed, so that makes more of a connection onto the wire, the metal inside the new sheath. Once you do that, you might want to tape it on this part where my thumb is so that it doesn't move around, so that when you dick around with these wires and you start connecting them and shoving them together, it won't move anywhere. So I'm gonna strip this wire a little bit more so that there's a little bit more space to move around. This is pretty thick gauge wire, so I'm gonna use probably 18, maybe more. No, 18 was perfect. And then I'm going to use my razor to strip this because my little thing that I just used right now is not long enough, or actually small enough. Alright, there we go. Okay, some more wires exposed. I'm going to get my tape ready so I can make sure it stays in the new sheath. Alright, so I'm going to put this into the new sheath. Make sure it's touching metal like all the time. And then I'm going to start securing this down. It's hard to see because it's black on black, but just know that I'm really tying this wire down. It's better to do it now than later because it'll get all tangled up in there. Okay, now we're ready. So finally, I'm gonna put the T-tap together. So it's tapped in, here's the T. Boom. Okay, that's black to black. I'm so glad it's black to black. If I made a mistake, it would have been fucked. Okay, now repeat that 2 more times. Remember, black to black, white to red, red to green. So the white one's gonna get tapped into the red one, and the red one's gonna get tapped into the green one.